Hi everyone, we are going to be doing this second very pretty perfume bottle from Hanna Karlzon's jewellery box book today. We've got a very pretty looking bee on here, and that is where I'm going to start. I'm going to be using my same pencils again, so the Castle Arts Metallic. Sorry, I try and get myself talking and work out what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to start with these stripes on our bee, and I'm trying to just think about which colour I want to use. I think I'd like them to look slightly brownier yellow, if that makes sense. So, oops, just sharpening up. This is the melange, I don't know. And that's where I'm going to start. Now I'm thinking I've got a head, a sort of thorax, and then this body. Is that right? I don't know. So is this going to be gold? That's going to be black, I think. Or I'm going to do this bit. So I want it to be darker on the edge than in the middle. So I'm layering it up on that edge, bringing less in, because I want there to be a little bit of a shiny stripe down the centre there. But I can always darken that up a bit if necessary. So now we've got our stripes, so I've just got to concentrate really and work through. Like that. And just try and put more layers of colour on the edge than towards the centre. Now I haven't actually decided what colour to do the glass on this bottle. I have been thinking about it. I had an idea and now I'm not sure if it's going to work. But we'll see. So there is our sort of gold bit. And then I'm thinking, I don't know if I want a black, more of a dark brown, but I'm having a look. Maybe the French grey will work. I'm going to try it. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah. Here it is, French grey, but it's not really grey. You can see it's sort of brownish. I'm going to try that. I'm not sure what to do with those eyes, so I'm just going to leave them for a minute. And I'm going to bring that in. Again, I want that sort of stripe of light to make the bee look more rounded. I don't know whether just that bit's the eye. No, I'm going to leave that. I'll do the eye in a minute. And these bits as well, I'm going to do in this colour. Now, again, trying to leave that little bit of white in the centre as much as I can. I don't want loads, but I want enough, so it's just trying to remember to layer that up at the edge. There we go. There. Now I'm thinking his antennae, and these are like his legs. Gonna do them in this colour. I'm gonna just block that in because it's small. But this I'm gonna make darker at each end. In fact, I think I'm gonna make it quite light near the body, just a tiny bit where it will be shadowed by the body, so that it helps to emphasize the fact that that is curled around the bottle. There we go. Now that eye, I'm thinking a little dab of black on this bit and leave that white as if it's shine. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's how it should look, but that's how it looks now. Now for the wings, I'm going to do them in a very pale grey. The quantum grey is almost slightly bluey, so I think that might work. Now I want it to be more intense up near the body here, and then just fade it down. But I'm thinking I'd like it a bit darker on the tips as well, and then sort of fade it towards that central area. Like that. So we leave a little bit of white shine on the wings, but not too much. Remembering, yeah, we've got to do a bit there, so make sure there's a space for some white. Right, now we've got to think about this bottle. Now, I don't want it to be the same colour that we've used for this one, not right next to it. We could do some similar colours, but so we basically we've got blues and greens. We've got one orange, which I'm not sure it's going to be right. Look, I've got one Derwent red metallic pencil. I wanted to see whether it was significantly red compared to these. Not sure it is really, but I haven't got that with me. I'm thinking that maybe these greens might work with the gold of the bee. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to grab the what's this one? That's the African jade. There we go. And I'm going to do the main part of the bottle with this African jade. Hang on, let me show you the colour. So I'm going to start on the neck. If you think about how a bottle would look, the neck would get lighter towards the middle where the light is shining. We can continue that shine line through the bee into the glass. Which would all then make sense, like that. Now some people, when they're trying to do shiny things, they actually leave a little tiny bit of white between the black line and the where they start their colour. And particularly on skin, I've noticed this happens. And I think that it's all very well as long as you've got a background, because otherwise I think it looks a little bit strange, especially on skin, because I like to white out the line on skin because there's no black line on the edge of skin, so I tend to white it out. And if I've got white it out and then I've got a gap of white, it doesn't really do anything. It just looks like it starts a bit later. If that makes sense. So I'm not sure how dark to go there, so I'm going to go over here for a minute. So but for, yeah, again, you could do it for a bottle as if the light's shining on the very edge. It's more like if the light is coming from behind, I think you would sort of on the edge of the silhouette sort of thing. But if you haven't got a background, I don't know if it quite works. Okay, we need to go over this a bit more. I was just sort of marking it out really to figure out where to go with it. Just you know, making it a little more intense. There we go. We can just keep going until we're happy. I think I'm happy. Now we've got this lip part, which I'm not sure what to do down here, so I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to make that quite dark, but lighter towards the centre, so we've got that shine still on it, like that. This bit, I think, would be more likely to be, if it's lit from above, that bit would be lighter. So I'm going to go more gently and try not to put down quite as much colour. We still need enough to see that it's lighter there. Now we have quite an ornate looking stopper. We could do a different colour, we could do the same colour. I'm thinking, I know. I'm thinking I'm going to do part of it as if it's metal. The this bit across here and these bits, I'm going to colour in, and this bit, maybe even these bits, as if the same colour as the bee, so sort of like they're gold, and then some of it is glass. That's my thought. So I've got my French grey, and I'm going to start each area that I think is going to be metal with this, but I'm going to bring in the melange or whatever it's called to do that bit as well. So I'm going to do the bottom there. This will mean it sort of matches too. I'm going to fade that a bit up. A bit there and there. I can hear children's voices. It's not coming out of school time yet. Maybe they're really little children. So that's that. And then here's our other colour, the melange. And we're going to finish that off. We can go over what we've done. Just bring it in towards the centre like that. And this one I'm going to take up. And see, although it's already a gold colour, we've made it look even more like gold by adding that other colour to it. I think so anyway. There we go. Now let's go back to our green. So this is our African jade, and we'll do the... I'm thinking maybe this is a few layers. So maybe this bit is on top, so maybe it's a bit lighter. I'm going to lighten it towards the tip, I think. And maybe because this bit's underneath, it's a bit more intense where it's behind, and then lighter as it goes up to here. And this one I'm thinking we're lighten towards the middle. And this one I think will make it lighter in the centre. We'll ignore these lines. They help to give it shape, but we don't need to take too much notice of them. I'm just going to reduce my layer towards the middle. Like that. Keeping that shine line going through. There we go. Now down here, I'm thinking some of this might be glass and some of this might be gold or silver. And here we've got the wing colour we could use as well. But I'm just going to have a think. I'm thinking the bits in these loops at the bottom, I'm going to make these green. So I'm going to do very intensely on the edge and then fade it. So by the time we get to the one in the middle, it's quite faint. But I want it to be slightly darker at each end, so you sort of can see what's going on with it really. This one's slightly darker, this one's slightly darker, this one's even darker, and this one's really intense. So we still get that colour intensity change through that bottom bit. And I'm also, I'm going to do these. Same, so I'm going to fade them towards the centre exactly the same way. So by the time we get that one to the middle, it's almost nothing. And then back along the other side. Now we have, I'm going to use a mix of metallics for these details. I think I'll start with the silver. I'm going to use, I need to give it a sharpen, the quantum grey. I think it will tie it together if we use some silver as well as some of the gold. So these loops that are coming out from the bottom, I'm going to make them darker at the bottom and quite light, so by the time we reach the tip there's nothing. I'll do the big one too. I'm already thinking about the next one. I can't see it, my hand's in the way. I shouldn't be, should I? I think I'll do this one. Now the idea is to try and make it as dark as I can on that low bit there, and then lighten it up towards the top. If you aren't seeing a big contrast, remember you can use your black to get in there and really put some contrasting colour in, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Okay, now I'm going to use the French grey for some of the really tiny bits. So we've got these bits here. I'm going to just make them quite intense at the bottom, a bit lighter as you go out towards the top. They are small, so it's quite tricky. You're going to need quite a sharp pencil. This has been sharpened with a dowel sharpener, so it's nice. And then these ones I'm just going to block in because they're small. Not much I can do with those. And then last of all we're going to go with the one I can't pronounce, the melange for this piece. I think I'm going to just make it intense on the edge and lighter towards the middle, rather than worrying about the pattern on it, partly because it's a bit of a lighter colour, help it show up. There we are, and then we've got this piece which I'm also going to use for this. There we go. Now I'm going to use a little bit of white just to make some shine on our bottle. So I'm going to put a little bit on the top. Now you don't have to make them completely symmetrical on each side. I sometimes feel it looks a little bit more natural if it isn't identical, but that's just my view. Now there I've gone over the line, which wasn't intentional and isn't ideal. I'm just going over the top because it can, sometimes the white needs a little bit of help to show up. You could put a bit on the bee, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it on the bottle, and I'm going to leave it like that. So there is our second bottle. Oh, we've got starlight tomorrow. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? But for today, that's us. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.